Hey everyone. At long last, here is a new episode. Back as always, low hanging fruit. John and Andy. Yeah, this one was a bit it was a bit of an interesting day. We'd started it, we got about halfway through, and then there was a power outage. So we're sitting there in the middle of one of John's rambling stories, and just and that was it. And hijinks ensued. So look, we've got about 2 hours or so. I'm going to put this edit out, and the boys are both free next weekend, so hopefully we're going to get back in and not really finish it. It'll just be a two-parter sort of thing. But yeah. It's just more of the same crap. We really are low-hanging fruit. But yeah. Hopefully we get the rest of it done next week. Enjoy.
There are improvement works ahead, so this train will terminate at the next station.
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
Oh, you're so sick. Take me outside. How about that?
Are you Muslim?
He should have been slapped as a child. He's a spoiled little Greek brat who's probably been treated like a
Oh, this is a great conversation.
Calm down.
Hey, no.
Mr. Olympia over here.
I have. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed. Oh, we're doing this again, are we? Andy's out already.
Dude, what are you doing? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Why? Grab it from that arm.
Okay.
Just hold it until it sits. I've lost face fat. Okay, so talk about this detox.
No, just not detox. I've had to change my entire diet.
As in, get a diet.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, pretty much.
No more
Eating whatever I want, whenever I want, whenever I feel like it.
Me? Is it edible?
It's called vegetables,
It's
John.
like, he picks up putty, like, doesn't know what it is, like, what is this, non-toxic? Yeah, it's fine.
It came out of a McDonald's Happy Meal. Oh, so you're telling me the stuff I've been throwing out of my burgers all this time I'm supposed to eat? Oh. So have you actually cut back on a lot? Yeah.
It's non-toxic. It means it can be eaten. Fridge runs out, goes into the garden shed, starts grabbing shit. Sorry, continue.
No, it's just it's a more balanced diet. So instead of doing like a crash diet and just cutting all this crap out, like carbs completely, all this completely, all that, it's basically still you're eating something of everything, and much smaller portions, but you're eating a certain amount of stuff per day. Crap ton of water, and it's basically,
He suddenly discovers, this guy's dark. I haven't said anything. We've been in here for 40 seconds. 40 seconds.
I knew I should have led with that.
Just started strong. Dude. Starts discovering all these food groups he's never known about. What?
Oh, you should have seen me. I went to Lexa King and I was like, got Alexa and I'm eating it.
Wait, is Lexa King the one in Footscray?
I don't know. Southland.
No. Because there's one.
There's a couple of them, I
not
think.
Footscray, Flemington. Like
Possibly.
Ascot Flemington.
I think there's a couple of them.
I think there's like 3 people have told me about the Lexa King in the last month.
It's nice food.
Yeah.
Asian, yeah, it's good.
Okay, so maybe it is a franchise.
So I got a maybe.
Oh, yeah, I think it is, yeah.
I got a vegetarian Alexa, and I'm going through it. I'm like, what the hell is this yellow thing? Is this a lemon? No,
tofu?
it's like, no, John, that's called a squash. I'm like, I
can just picture him sitting at home.
It's crunchy.
All right, I gotta eat healthy. So I gotta have a balanced diet. And he's got a carrot in one hand, a cheeseburger in the other. Takes a bite of the carrot. Balance.
No, so since basically the last time I spoke to you, no, I haven't had any red meat. Not one bit of red meat since I spoke to you.
I think the meat is the least of your
I was going to say, aren't there diets specifically around meat itself?
There are, yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, but I've got the iron problem as well. I've got the iron problem.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
The last probably because I started back at the gym maybe a week or two ago.
I can tell.
No, you can't.
You look good.
How come he gets, you look good, I can tell, and I get it. He just laughed at. You That's it. Stuff yours. I've had it.
Headphones off. He's gone. I didn't say anything. I literally didn't say a word.
I'm not staying for you two.
I swear I didn't say anything.
Someone comment right now. My face is slimmer. It looks thin.
I want to hear it.
No,
Looking very
honestly,
chic.
I've felt like crap literally since the start of COVID, basically. Yeah, because the start of COVID coincided with my new job. I'd started my first truly office job. Yeah, like office role. It was like October 2019 was when I first stopped being a labourer and started doing primarily sitting behind a desk.
Yeah.
And having me next to like a cafe and a whole food. It's
bad news.
Dude, I'd get to work, 8 o'clock, I'd start. By 9:30, I was walking to the coffee shop to get a coffee and like an almond croissant or a sanger, like a massive greasy sanger. And then you get to lunchtime, it's like, yeah, okay, I'll go to the shops. Yeah, I'll get a Rubenstein and a piece of chicken and a donut. Like, what do you mean? And then I'm coming back to the desk to sit there.
Yeah.
So then after that happened, then COVID. So we just sat at home eating Uber Eats for 2 years.
Yep.
And then just sort of bled through. Like even now, like I do even more of an office job with even less labour, and it's just gone through the roof.
Yeah.
So what I did was, like I went back to the gym, but I noticed something. Even in my cooking in the last year, because I've gotten so, not lazy, but time poor,
Yeah.
I've been making the same basic meals, just stir frying veggies and meat.
That's what my dinner has been for the last 3 weeks. Like
But
stir fries every
and
night.
rice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I overdid it where I wasn't getting enough protein and iron.
Yeah.
So the last week, because I knew I was going to be back at the gym, and I thought, you know what, I need to see how much weight I can actually push and get the muscle memory going. So I was actually eased into it and then started trying to, push myself, but my arm keeps buckling out because of the tendonitis. What I did was, though, reversed my diet and started hitting one of his keto-esque sort of things, with just like pure meat. Yeah? Fuck all. And I've never actually felt better.
Yeah.
It's like the cloud lifted. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is it just me?
No, it's supposed to. That's the whole point of the ketones that you build in your body.
Yeah.
You might be lucky though, because some people do experience really bad keto flu in the first two weeks or so, where people are like, this is the worst feeling of my life.
Look,
you feel like you're sick.
I haven't gone full keto or anything. Like I still have.
Oh, you just ratios.
But it's just I started eating red meat again, whereas I used to almost never eat red meat anymore. I used to have just.
That could be the fact that if you've been cutting out so much meat, maybe it's just you're getting low
I was
on
having
iron.
chicken. I was having chicken a lot. But if I was having meat, it was always chicken.
Yeah.
But literally buying steaks. I had like 3 steaks in the last 6 days.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in years, man.
Your bowel thanks you.
My bowel's fine.
No, I'm just saying, it's going to love you tomorrow.
That's fine. It's fine. But I literally felt like a fog lifted and I was actually sharp again. Like, didn't feel sluggish. And I was craving to go back to the gym. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Is that
Protein does that, man. It does that to you. As soon as you start increasing your, like, you get a good quality meat in you, and
how did you even say that without straight face? Of all of us, how did you say
I had
it?
a lot of practice.
I'd hate to hear your conversation with like a dietitian. You know what I mean? So what you're saying, doctor, is I need a lot of meat, a lot of hot meat
inside me. Now let's talk about the bowel.
Well, Andrew, where else would it go?
Such a bum. All right, so what have you been eating?
Basically, so like a lot more vegetables, a lot more fruits.
I can tell you look good.
Yeah, oh, well, thank you.
You have a glow.
Thank you.
Just let yourself.
No. Just silky smooth. Just let yourself.
He's going to be the new spokesperson.
The Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
So glow.
Do you know what I love about that scene? The fact that when they're at that Black Awareness rally, in the audience, you got Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy as the old men, right? Arsenio Hall's the preacher dude. But Eddie Murphy's the singer of Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah.
What's his name? Mr. Jackson Heights' own...
Terry Watson?
No, Randy Brown?
Randy Watson.
Mr. Randy Watson.
Yeah.
That singer's voice is actually Eddie Murphy's normal speaking voice.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even mask it, but he's just got the little mo and the curls. You would never have thought it was him.
No,
When I was a kid, I didn't know it was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, same.
And just his first lines, Reverend Brown. He's been my Reverend since a little boy. I love him dearly. What a legend, man. And then it's, I believe the children are our future. Thank you. Okay. So a lot more veggies. Are you preparing them with sauces? These stir fries?
Basically,
I'm picturing a kilo of fish sauce and soy sauce.
no.
All right, this looks good to eat. And just start squirting barbecue sauce all over it.
It's like everything in moderation.
Mom, where's the jug of soy and barbecue?
I think it needs just a little more.
It's just liters, like those big buckets.
Is there mustard? Where's we got the mustard?
For satay.
Dijon for Jean.
Oh,
We're going to stop. Stop. All right, just stop. I'm going to have a heart attack. Continue.
So
Sorry.
I've just been using, there's just from Woolies, just like one of the sauces in a bottle. I think it's the Marion range. And it's the sticky ginger, like whatever, there's teriyaki, sticky ginger, something. And I think there's a honey soy one. And I'll just alternate, just put just a little bit in there, stir fry it, whatever I feel like for the night, whether it's fish or a bit of chicken or turkey.
Turkey?
Yeah.
You cook turkey?
Yeah.
I've never made anything with turkey.
I buy it diced already and you just fry it up. It tastes like chicken, but not.
I like turkey. I've got no problem with turkey. It's a bit
Yeah.
drier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's firmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of turkey. I'll eat like a sandwich.
Good protein.
It's good protein and not as much iron as chicken. And chicken obviously doesn't have as much iron as red meat.
What about, what's it called? Kangaroo.
I don't know. I haven't looked into
All
that.
the guys I know that are heavy gym junkies love kangaroo. There's like no
Super
fat,
lean, yeah.
super iron protein.
It's nice too.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind it.
Yeah, but you got to cook it a certain way, right?
Yeah, it's a bit finicky and it's pretty gamey.
Is it?
Yeah, has a gaminess to it.
Like goat?
On the level of, sure, but taste wise, not the same.
I'm not a fan of goat.
I'm not the biggest fan of goat.
I don't know. It's the Greeks, man. They just put the guts out all over. They just boil it. With
Maybe
like,
it's sometimes
I'm
just
sure
the way it's
there's better
cooked.
ways of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you cook roux?
Oh, I just treat it as like if the mince. I only usually have mince with.
Oh, I've only known steaks.
because you
Yeah, I've
break
had
it down.
steaks.
It's
That's
too
what I-
gamey as a steak. I don't like it
Yeah,
as a steak.
That's true.
You break it down in a mincer, and it's way better as a burger. Way better. It's like having an all burger, but it's a bit stronger in flavor, which in a good way, not in a bad way.
Speaking of burgers, I went to Antipodes last night.
Oh yeah.
The Antipodes Fest. Have you been? You've never done it? Oh, that'd be right up your alley. It's nothing but food.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Food and wogs.
Literally.
And the
man.
occasional Asian wondering what's going on.
Dude, I lined up for a suvo. It's just staring with a camera. No. Dude, I lined up for a suvo. I walked past one suvo joint. I hadn't eaten all day. I was working all day. So I'm thinking, man, I'll go down and get like a feed. Walk past one joint. It was like 7:30. Not even, like 7. Meat, sold out of meat, right? I'm like, well, that was a good start. Everywhere was just lines. I lined up at one joint, waited 40 minutes. I was second from the front, and the woman turns around and she's like, yeah, we've got no more meat.
Oh,
Like, what do you mean? Oh, well, it's not cooking quick enough. I'm like, what do you mean it's not cooking quick enough? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like,
they
you
should
weren't
have been
prepared.
cooking all. Yeah, exactly.
What have you been doing? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, just not replenishing what you know what I mean? And then while we're standing there, like, I'm trying to figure out details, and then the woman behind me arcs up. She's like, what do you mean they got no meat? Yeah, that's what she
What do
said.
you mean? The
It was like that. And I started
20
like
people
a
down the
chain
line.
reaction, and I looked down at the back of the line, and it was literally like a 20 meter, 30 meter line. It was huge.
yeah.
And I looked at it, I go, you may want to tell these people. I go, because they're lining up. I go, I've been waiting for 40 minutes. So if you break it down, the last person's probably been waiting for 10 minimum. You know what I mean?
yeah.
When are you planning on telling everyone? Okay, you couldn't tell us this like half an hour ago? You didn't see this happening? Oh, look, it's just a lot of people. I'm like, what? It's a festival, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the end, I ended up paying her I said, if I pay, how long is it going to take? She goes, maybe half an hour. She goes, what do you want? I go, just a mix is fine. I go, I'll take whatever I can get. She goes, look, you can go somewhere else. I go, where am I going to go? If you're sold out, everyone's sold out, there's lines already as it is. I've waited 40 minutes. How much longer am I going to wait in another line?
Yeah, you got no chance.
Forget it. I'm going to walk over to that beer garden. I go, I'm going to get smashed, and then I'm going to come back with my ticket. I did. So I went over to the beer garden, found the disgruntled guy that was standing behind me. He had his wife standing in line for him, and he was gone. I'm like, hey, because you try to get, this is a Greek, because you try to get food. I go, yeah, I get it right now. Because I told the wife I was coming in to get hammered, and she can bring it over. I'm like, all right. So I ended up getting drunk with him. And then I've walked back, taken it off her. It was $18 for a suvo.
Woo!
$18.
Full size or the miniature?
They sold it as a full size.
Oh, no.
And
But it was small.
Packed big, yeah? The pitta was full size.
Yeah.
It was like, it was as thin as that, like probably thinner.
Yeah.
I've taken a bite and all I've gotten is lettuce, onion, and tomato, and I've just gone, and then I've taken.
Why do I do this to myself?
I've taken another bite, got some meat, and then it dribbled out the bottom of it.
Yeah, as it does.
Landed on my white t-shirt. I'm just like,
the shoe is on the other foot now, is it?
yeah. And I was like, $20 in 2 hours? Like, really? All right, man. So I went through it. I finished in there was nothing.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do in that situation? Would you have walked away or would you just...
You go to the nearest Macca's and ask for a suver.
Well, we're next to Chinatown. I was tempted to go to China Bar.
You should have done that. You should have asked her for the raw... Just slice me some raw meat. Go down to Macca's, chuck this on the grill.
Wait, cook it. They're going to cook your meat at Macca's.
Why not? I don't see why not.
Are you out of your mind?
I would do it.
What? As in, you would allow for someone to come and cook their meat at your Macca's?
No, I would take the meat and cook it for them.
Yeah, I wonder how far you would get before they call the cops because there's a lunatic in our store.
No. Like, you go up to the,
He'd probably be able to get from start to finish and leave.
You go up to reception. Yeah,
He walks behind the desk.
People don't even call cops for thieves, like in shops. You think they'll call for a guy?
I called the cops this morning.
Who?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not suggesting you walk back there. You go up to the front.
Check this out. Huh?
Hey, look, I'll pay you for a large Big Mac meal. Cook this meat for me. Done.
They can't do that. They don't know where your meats come from. Can we stop saying meat? We've said meat like 100
It's a
times.
very hot grill. There's nothing's going to stay on there.
Hot grill's even better than meat.
It's a hot, sweaty grill for my meat that I've been carrying around all day.
And I'm feeling very moist.
Listen, I've got a log of meat. I want you to just jam it in there.
Slather it with some of your special sauce as well.
Just a little bit.
You might get some juices coming out of it. We need something to drip in the jaw.
This is all natural.
You're fucked. No, I actually did call the cops this morning. I got woken up at like 7 a.m. Some lunatic was walking through the streets yelling. I'm pretty sure I've heard him before because he was just grunting and then yelling occasional curse words and then just banging into cars, fences.
Yeah.
Did like a lap of my block and then came back.
Did you actually see him?
Yeah. I'm looking at him.
Was he like a
You
homeless
didn't need
dude,
like
or
the binoculars.
No, he wasn't homeless.
Just drunk?
Binoculars, just following him.
off his head?
Yeah, it was off his head. He was just he did like the block and he sort of got quiet and then got loud again as he came back around. I'm like, this guy doing laps at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I ended up calling the cops and eventually like you could hear him and then just went like I saw the cops go past and then just went quiet. I'm like, and then I just fell asleep.
Nice. we had a guy that was going around flashing from shop to shop.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, he was going from shop to shop
Flashing
flashing
micro
people.
penis?
Yeah, apparently, because there was like school kids heard him laughing and then another guy cracking a set, like absolute crack, get out here. Then the customer came in, like, oh, can you call the police? Called them. 2 minutes later, you hear 2 cop cars screeching around the corner. You hear the doors doof doof. You hear the feet stomping. They tackled him, basically. 4 guys couldn't hold him down.
Yeah.
And then they maced him. Yeah, probably. They maced him. One of the cops took it in the face as well while he was on him. And when he came in to clean himself up, pretty much he was left on the pavement with his pants around his ankles with his arse cheeks for everyone to see. Yeah.
Okay, wait a second. You're telling me that the cops took some friendly fire with some mace?
Yeah.
They always do.
Aren't they trained for this?
Well, they're trained to take the the friendly fire.
Oh, I saw it. I've never seen like mace on a person's face. It was slimy, like you wouldn't
Yeah.
believe.
No,
but, like,
they
how
take a
did
lot
they-
of slime to the
how did
They had
hit
to
him?
guide him in. They had to guide him in through the back door
No, but-
and everything. He couldn't see. He
How
couldn't
does a
open him.
cop hit another cop in the face with mace?
They probably would have been on him and then
Well, you
spraying him.
can't just compartmentalize the situations. Hey, Jeff, just get out of the way because I'm going to launch it.
No, you don't have the time.
When you're in the heat of the moment doing that, like it's not like, all right, health and safety first.
Did you see the video? The guy in America?
No.
Latest one. It's
Which one?
Yeah, this is about a week ago.
Yeah.
Some kid, right? It's probably like 19. I think I can't remember. I was reading the report. 19, sitting in the car park.
Oh,
with his
yeah,
missus
yeah,
eating
yeah.
a cheeseburger.
Oh, I think this sounds familiar.
Some lunatic cop runs up
Yeah.
and like opens the door or something on it, like knocks on the door on things. So the guys open the door, like what? And they're just eating burgers. And the guy loses his shit. Cop pulls out a gun, and the kid's like, "Fuck this! Like I'm eating a burger. What am I doing wrong?" Drives and puts a car in a gear and starts driving.
And that was his first mistake.
Cop starts shooting at the driver.
Did he kill him?
Oh, he shot him multiple times. His girlfriend or whatever in the passenger seat didn't get hit, but he drove himself to hospital basically. Yeah. Come on, man.
So what was it? I didn't read into that because I was like, this is stupid. What was the story behind that?
Hang on. I remember seeing it, and I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot.
I assume it's mistaken
Well, I
identity.
know on the other foot though, there's been 2 cop ambushes in the last 2 weeks in America as well.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me.
The what?
2 cops, like 2 separate occasions, where a partner of like 2 groups of like a group of cops have been called out, and then they've been ambushed and killed on 2 separate occasions in America as well in the same week.
And now ex-police officer is charged after shooting a teenager eating in a parking lot. This was on the 12th. Oh, it was from the 2nd, but it got reported on the 12th. What's today?
23rd.
23rd. Okay. So, a now former San Antonio police officer was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault by a peace officer for shooting and gravely wounding a teen eating a hamburger in his car in the McDonald's parking
What's a
lot.
peace officer? That's not a police officer.
Justice of the peace? I don't know. Maybe it's like a
So what is he a cop or he was a cop and now he was a peace
cop?
officer?
hang on.
Is it the same as like, the dudes on the trains?
Yeah,
What are they
PSO.
called? PSOs. It's like that. It's not a cop, but it's someone who
The
thinks
cop
they're
was
a cop.
charged with the shooting of a 17-year-old. He turned himself in police on Tuesday night, remains in custody. The guy's still unconscious and on life support. There's no improvement in his condition. So, now this was reporting a little while ago, so God knows what's happened. A rookie officer reported that the vehicle the guy was sitting in had evaded him the night before during an attempted traffic stop. The cop said he suspected the vehicle was stolen. You can't just shoot at someone sitting in No, but like it says in the body camera footage is what I saw. Brendan opens the car door, tells Cantu to get out. The car drives backward with the door open. The officer fires multiple times into the vehicle. He continues to shoot as the car drives away. And then investigators quickly determined that the use of deadly force was unwarranted and he was fired. Fired? But if you suspect the car's stolen, but there's been no...
You would run the place, wouldn't you?
You'd run the plates and then just track the car.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just open the fire on a guy sitting there eating a burger. Like, what are you talking about? No, I don't. And then the disturbing part is as the car's driving away, he's still firing at
Yeah,
it.
you can't be doing that.
And he's screaming, shots fired, shots fired. It's like you're making it sound like you were fired on.
Yeah,
You haven't
yeah,
fired
yeah.
on anyone. It's a
Yeah, yeah.
17-year-old eating a burger that you just shot.
Yeah.
So what should that cop, he's been fired, right? Now what?
Depends what happens. If the guy dies,
Yeah.
well, that's the thing. Is he a cop or he was a cop and became this peace officer?
No, I think it was a cop and they just sacked him.
All right. No, they sacked him because of the shooting, or he was a cop. They sacked him. Now
they
he
sacked
did
him because
this.
of the shooting, because he's screaming into the
Well, there'll probably be one of those civil suits, or the what do you call it? Like the state will take him to court.
not right.
No.
Because it's murder, man. Like,
Yeah.
if you're literally 3 meters from the car and you're firing with intent and the guy sitting there, you're not looking to injure him. You're looking to put him down.
Look, it's like, is it worth... I mean, it's not right. He's a lunatic for sure. But is it worth the kid being like, stuff this and driving off on a police officer that then it's America, right? We have to keep that in mind. These guys all assume that people are carrying a gun. That's why they're so quick to pull out their own guns. It's not an excuse, but it's the reason why they do it. They just don't want to die on the job. The guy's a lunatic, for sure, but why would you, if the cop is angry and trying to get you out of the car, why would you chuck the car in drive or reverse and try and drive off? The cop would then think you've tried to just run him over because you're resisting detainment or arrest, whatever the thing is. And he's trying. He might be like, "Oh shit, this guy's trying to run me over." Start firing. The kid then drives off.
I'm trying to.
It's not worth it, man.
I should bring the video up. I can't remember if he just pulls out his gun and the kid's like, "What the fuck?" Like he's.
Oh, so you don't know if it happened before or after?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember, but I remember watching it and thinking, "What the fuck? This isn't right."
Does the kid have any charges? Is there anything that?
No,
there was no link.
No, it's just suspected vehicle that evaded him the night before. It doesn't warrant.
I remember seeing a video probably earlier in the year, and they were talking about how when they had all the cutbacks, they want like all the protests in America about the shootings, and they're like, "Oh, we need to cut back on the police funding."
Yeah.
Defund the police.
That's right.
And they were saying that a lot of departments in a lot of cities, existing police officers would just resign en masse.
Yeah.
And so what they were saying is the ones that would be left behind would actually be all you could say the scum, the drop kicks, all the loose cannons that don't want to leave would be the ones left behind. All the good cops did resign because they didn't want to take the abuse anymore. And the ones that were left over are actually the ones that are doing all this stuff.
Looking for trouble.
The degenerate cops, they're the ones that are staying behind. And I found that interesting. It was like, well, yeah, it's possible. Because I remember even seeing a video and there's like a cop pulls up and he goes, "I want to thank you guys," to these protesters. "Oh, yeah? Oh, why is that? You're welcome." And, "Well, I quit my job today." "Oh, good for you. Why'd you do that?" "Because of people like you." And then pretty much straight away they felt like crap.
I think outside of Black Lives Matters protesters or whatever, being a cop isn't easy.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Yeah? It's a shit job.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Like, they get paid well, they get looked after, but, it's fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a couple cops that I do know that talk to me about kind of calls they take and what they deal with. It's not just speeding fines. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
More often than not, cops don't deal with speeding fines. Only if you're driving recklessly and you're going to be a danger. They don't just sit there on the side of the road with a radar gun.
Yeah.
Independent contractors do that now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you see cops on the road and they're going somewhere, it's because they're attending to
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something important.
And I called the cops this morning, not because the guy woke me up, but because this is what I said to the dispatcher. What are you laughing at?
Not because he woke me up. He's already trying to defend himself.
No.
Justify it. Jeeves, what's that noise? I can hear it from up here on the 20th floor.
000 emergency. Listen, there's some dickhead downstairs. It's 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday.
I'm trying to get some sleep. I'm trying to get some beauty sleep.
He's got his
He's disturbing me and my entire building.
He's got his silk eye mask on his forehead.
Doesn't even take it. And then it's like, Mr. Armstrong, there was a call about a disturbance. Yeah, he still goes to the door. He's still got it on his phone. Yes,
silk robe.
Half open. Sir, can you please close your robe?
So you've been warned once already.
I love how I'm the poorest one at this table, but somehow I live on the 20th floor wearing silk robes and eye masks. My eyes don't shut long enough to get sleep. You know what I mean? But somehow an eye mask is warranted, right? Idiot.
Sir, could you come downstairs with us? Just let me get my slippers. Hang on a second.
You're fucked. I've got an egg poaching right now. So.
It's all matching.
Quick, I'm gonna
If that's not soft boiled by the time we get back.
I was going to say, care for a soft boiled egg, officer? I'll have my maid Martha, whip something up for us.
Yeah.
Breakfast quesadillas. Vámonos. Ahora. No, anyway. No, I called the cops up because this guy was clearly unstable. He was banging on cars and stuff, so he could do damage to himself. And, he's headed towards a major road. He could, God knows what happens when he gets on the major road. Traffic's starting to build up at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've done that. I've called cops when I've seen guys. I've driven down the street and there's a random dude walking along the wrong side of the road, a main road, in the middle of the night. I've called cops.
Yeah.
So come and get him. This guy's going to do harm to
There's
himself.
a threat. There's a danger to
Yeah.
people and himself.
Sorry, we don't all live in gated communities like you two. In your bell towers and your...
I mean, driving down here, I saw some random dude in thongs just kicking a can of beer to see if there was beer in it.
How do you know that's what he was doing?
Because he was, like, I was at the lights for the entire duration of that red light. He was just focused in, out of his mind. He looked out of his mind, just kicking a can, like, gently, trying to see if there was anything in it, and then kick it a little bit more, and then stop, and then kick it a little bit more. And he was just standing the whole time. I did the turn, drove down, looked in the rearview mirror, still there.
Does he just here? This turn?
Just down here, yeah. Out of his brains.
Why do you say that a bit too proudly, man? Nevertheless, I was going to say, so you're saying this dude got tackled by the cops?
Yeah, they tackled him.
Was this in the shopping centre?
No, this is the other job.
Oh, so this is like on the street.
Where we are, how it's on the corner there. So basically, he was in the street there, not on the main street, but he was going shop to shop. And then I think he was making his way to us. And then, pretty much, the cops came screeching around, sirens. And then he just went to do a run and they just tackled him.
What was he wearing?
Pants.
No. Was he wearing like the classic brown coat with the brown socks?
I don't know.
I feel like if you were going to go
it was
out
a
that way,
t-shirt.
you'd have to do it like that.
I think it was just a t-shirt, and he was just going from shop to shop and just pop.
Oh, so just literally just frontal flashing and then leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's clearly unbalanced.
Yes, can I get the 6...
You know what? You know what's unbalanced? I saw him yesterday. I was waiting in line. Matthew Guy was there. The leader of the opposition. He gave a speech, and he did a Greek speech phonetically. I was impressed. It wasn't 100%.
Is he Greek?
No. But he read a Greek statement phonetically.
Oh.
Yeah. Good on him for trying. But as I'm waiting there, this guy in a suit's like, hey, guys, can we just make a bit of way to get through here? And I was going, hey, back of the line. He says, oh, yeah, no, it's only a guy. I go, I don't care who he is. Back of the line. And then when I went to the beer garden, he was there. And I've just gone up to him. He's standing in front of me. Like, I've already gotten a drink or two. And then I've gone back to refresh. Yeah. And I've seen him standing there with his whole crew. And I've just gone back. I've grabbed him by the shoulder. Go, hey, mate, sit back of the line. He's like, oh, sorry. Was I not like it? No, okay, it's fine. Go get your drink. And then one of his dudes, like in his crew, they're all MPs. One of them came up to me. He's like, we weren't in any line where we go, no, man. I go, don't, I'm just taking the piss. He goes, oh. Okay, there's so many people. I thought maybe we overstepped. That's fine, man. Yeah. Then I actually had a chat with him. I told him to come on his podcast. Yeah, I'm serious.
That's not going to end well.
No, I trolled him on Twitter.
Don't let me in here when he comes in.
He can't be associated. You can't. No. There can't be any link whatsoever to him.
I trolled him on Twitter like twice last night, and I put it up. So I said, listen, I just trolled you on Twitter twice just so you know who I am. I go, do you want to come down to a potty? And he's like, okay, keep it apolitical. Like, I just want to get some background, blah, blah, blah. He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm off Twitter, but come on, get me on Instagram and just DM me on that, and someone will message.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Mr. Guy, what's your stance on legalizing cunt?
Yeah, not subtle or anything.
Andy keeping it fresh.
Speaking of which, your buddy Matt Walsh doing the kibosh on anime.
Oh, we're just going in, are we?
He's just going straight in.
Just going in.
Straight in.
Yeah, after 20 minutes of you talking about meat and a guy exposing himself.
I feel like I need to take my pants off for this one.
Calm down.
All right, well let's go through it. So obviously Walsh, it's obvious, Walsh has had a rise to fame, right, in his early appearance on YouTube.
Wait a second, hang on.
Well, he's been around a few years. He's been around for a while.
I said rise to fame though,
but he's only become infamous in the last
since COVID,
6 months to 2 years.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, and more online material, meaning more people
are hungry for content.
Yeah, since COVID began, there are way more content creators out there. Across the board, not just porn, not just TikTok.
That's why there's 50 more ads now. Freaking hell.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Every video you play, 99% of the time it'll be an ad.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. You pick the most obscure, random ad.
The thing that chafes my balls the most is you got people trying to monetize videos where it's just clips of TV shows and movies.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not even like from the official channel, like WB or whatever.
Monetizing copyrighted material.
That's what chafes it the most.
Shouldn't YouTube crack down on that?
They should.
They're very quick to crack down on things, and some reason they don't crack down on that very quickly.
No.
Nevertheless, okay, so Matt Walsh has experienced a surge of infamousy, especially since that "what is a woman" thing, right? Now, the thing that we shared the other day was...
Wait. Before you go into that, let's...
Get it together.
I know, man. He's taking it way too personal. Way too personal.
That just smacked me in the face,
I was
too.
going to say, Malaka, do you want to switch it with that one there?
No, it's fine. I hit that one.
Okay.
That was me.
Before you blame me.
No, I hit it right in my face.
Right in the schnoz.
It wasn't my schnoz. Let's be clear that he had a good stance with this whole chemical castration of children and stuff like that, and the very strong push America has, especially with kids and, you know, the whole transitioning and how kids are, you know, if you like blue as a girl, you're automatically now a guy and you should be treated like a boy. And like, it's just weird, right? He had a good point on that in the beginning.
Oh, no, I totally agree.
That dude spiraled out of control at some point.
You know what, man? Regardless of what your personal ideals and shit are, right? The fact that you don't let an adult, you don't let a human being drive a car, vote, drink alcohol, change your name. You can't change it legally. Like, you can only change your name legally with consent.
Yeah.
And
it has to be with good reason.
Good reason,
yeah.
right?
I've tried. They don't let me.
Well, Cupcake's not a name.
I was going to say, the government's got good reasons to not allow you to change your identity, man.
Yeah,
they want to know
They
who
need
you
to keep
are.
solid track of you. Just solid.
The judge is very specific about that.
So what the judges were very specific about the restraining order.
Can you enter your first name, Captain?
It just like flares up straight away. Just there's no one else called Captain in the world.
Okay, we can work with that.
It's like
what about
that
the last name.
It's like that show with what's his name, the guy from what's his name now?
I don't know what's his name.
The guy from the show.
Oh, the show.
The Blacklist. The first episode of The Blacklist.
What the hell's a Blacklist?
It's with the guy from Star Trek. Not Star Trek, Stargate.
So we've got a show with the guy.
Stargate, the original movie. The archaeologist guy.
What's his name? From Big Trouble in Little China?
No, not Kurt Russell. Not Kurt Russell. No, the other guy. The one that was in like Boston Legal and all that.
Shatner?
No.
I haven't seen any of these shows.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, The Blacklist. Yeah, that guy that always acts like a sick cunt on that show, and I feel like I could just punch him in the face.
And he does it very well.
The bald guy. Yeah? Is that who I'm talking about?
McConaughey.
James Spader.
James Spader in The Blacklist comes across as his pompous, conceited,
that's what he's supposed to be.
dude.
But that's him in everything.
What's his actual role? Like, who is he?
He is I've only ever watched the first couple episodes, but he's like a criminal, like one of the biggest criminals in the world.
Yeah, but doing what?
I don't know, black market crap, like weapons dealing, human trafficking. I don't know.
Every time I hear a clip or see a clip of like on an ad, like back in the day, I used to think this guy, like everyone's scared of this guy. You feel like you just walk up to him and ragdoll him.
Well, he's like a Don type dude. He's just like in charge of all these like an organization, whatever.
He's a Joe Pesci.
But
Joe Pesci.
Funny? The premise of the show
Funny
is
how? Yeah.
He hands himself in and he will give them names of like other criminals, like serial killers and all that.
So he's a snitch.
Pretty much.
He's a snitch. We're meant to be intimidated by a snitch.
Well.
Nah, a snitch that looks like Spader of all people. Seriously? I already hate the show. I've never seen an episode of it.
Well, that's your problem. You're too close-minded, Dim. Anyway, the opening scene of the show is basically he walks into the building, they see his face, it flags on the computer straight away, and then like all these agents come out everywhere. That would be Andy as soon as they type in Captain.
I actually forgot we were talking about.
They get half a thumbprint of him, and all of a sudden everything just shuts down.
shut down the town. Shut down the radio. We need
lockdown. Complete lockdown.
We need a 12-kilometer radius shutdown.
12 Ks. It's just him and his jocks.
Kaiju detectives.
He might be in his jocks, but he's looking for a good pork roll.
He's in his jocks. No weapons, no communication.
He's just walking with a barbecue. It's just a banh mi. He says,
what?
Drop the weapon!
Takes in his jocks and runs.
He
lost the tongue.
Calm down.
Okay,
wait. What were we saying?
Walsh.
Anime. Walsh.
Yeah.
Okay. So
he came out.
Yeah, he came out. Go. You can,
Oh,
this is your baby, man.
Yeah.
So I got a clip that was recommended to me on YouTube. One of the shorts.
Was it you that sent it to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, cool. Okay, anime. Something about anime. With
Yeah, I'm
Walsh.
sure Walsh is an aficionado. You know, he's into Berserk.
Well, he's got
the original.
kids. So I assumed maybe he watches it with his kids.
Speaking of which, the voice actor from Akira passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy. I think the main dude. That
Yeah.
does English ones.
And also Yu-Gi-Oh, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Saving other people from a whirlpool. He gave us
no,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
really?
and he went out on a bang as well.
Whirlpool.
Yeah, he jumped. He saw people struggling in a whirlpool in the ocean.
Oh, like a. Yeah, like
a riptide thing, whatever.
A
you
rip.
call it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
whirlpool.
jumped
I'm picturing
in.
like a spa, like a whirlpool
No,
spa.
he jumped into the water, tried to save the people. Which I
Picturing a
think he
Japanese
did.
guy and his jocks jumping into a spa with tourists.
Blue eyes,
This guy-
white dragon, go!
He's like saved them. Like, what do you mean he saved them?
No,
It's
he's
jacuzzi.
I think he saved the two people, but
From
he
a
died
rip, but he
from a
died
rip.
himself.
Yeah, so he got pulled into the rip.
What a hero.
Yeah, hero with Yu-Gi-Oh and hero in real life.
I never watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
I never watched it. I just read about it.
I grew up on it.
What is it?
It was a card game,
It's
wasn't
a
it?
card game, yeah,
Yeah.
but like it's like it's
Kind of
as
like
if-
Pokemon, wasn't it? But with cards instead, and then the cards come to life.
It's like an AR experience.
Oh, AR, yeah.
So they have the cards and then they play the cards and it's like in an AR arena sort of thing.
No.
And they battle.
I just picture that guy from the Evil Zone, the character that I can
Yeah,
be.
you always, yeah.
Did I show you that video? Did I send it to you?
Yes. Yeah,
I
you
know I
play
sent
some-
it to him.
Yeah.
It's some game called Evil Zone. It was on PS1. It was probably like the last PS1 game like we played. Like literally. You bought it when you were in Rosebud.
Yeah.
I remember this
On
specifically
discount or some
because he
heavily
bought it. It
discounted.
was a heavily discounted, and I went to his house here, and I remember him playing. I'm like, "What the hell is this?" Go, it's some game. It's real cheap, like choppy sort of graphics, but it's pretty unique in the fight style. How many characters? Like say 8 characters,
Yeah,
10 characters,
8,
whatever.
10 characters.
All unique, and it's set like a TV show, right?
Like, it was like
game
a Street
show.
Fighter type game.
Yeah, but there was like a canon of like next week's episode, and it's like this whole narrative, right? I was shit at it, except for one guy, one character. I just mastered all his moves and just had the perfect counterbalance, to trap people. Smashed him every time I used him. And there was one move that used to piss him off.
I can't even remember.
What he does is he draws like a card, and then like a pentagram comes up underneath your character, traps him, and then like he's open to beatings.
Yeah.
But every time he does, it's like, I'm back. He
Yeah.
does this cool move.
Every character was like some sort of like hero or whatever.
Yeah.
And that guy there was like one of the, Japanese, like an Oni type
Like
hunter.
an occultist
Yeah, yeah.
hunter.
Right.
And so the card would obviously be like for selling stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we played it for 5 hours, I ruined him for 5 hours using that one character. I would never pick anyone else. I didn't know how to use anyone else. Anyway, continue.
So open the video.
How do we do? What time is it? 40 minutes. We're just 40 minutes, second topic.
I still got to tell you about what I'm having for breakfast.
We'll go through the full day.
Okay.
So open the video, open the short.
Morning is here.
And
Mornings, yeah.
go through the video, and I'm like, okay, cool. It must be something to do with anime because it was on the title, and it's basically Walsh for 30 seconds or so, just saying that. What the hell is he saying, Tim?
The guy asked the open. It was doing like a Q&A at the end of his live thing, and someone's posed a question of what his opinion is on anime, and he just says, "Well, it's just satanic to him." And no adult should ever be watching any form of anime or cartoon.
Or cartoon in general.
Cartoon.
Oh, cartoons as well, he said.
And I was like,
well, I mean, it is good.
right.
And the thing is that he actually says, "I base this on no merit."
Yeah.
That's
he's got
the thing,
no
yeah.
reason for it. He just firmly believes that it's all satanic, and no adult should ever watch cartoons. There's no reason for adults to watch cartoons.
I don't
The guy's lost his
understand
mind.
where he gets satanic from.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a heavy implication.
Yeah.
Say it's not good.
I mean, yeah, like...
Well,
yeah,
and
okay.
being on YouTube is okay.
yeah.
All right, bud.
No.
YouTube's way more satanic than fucking cartoons.
Yeah, but dude, satanic has religious implications, right? Say that it's a shitty influence. Say the material's not fit for
Well, that's
kids.
what I was doing, because I was thinking about this for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Thinking, all right, how could you tackle this in a way that you could explain it properly instead of just saying that, and I can't explain it why. And the way I was thinking about it was, in Japan, adults don't watch anime, as far as I'm aware.
Oh,
Really?
they do.
Young adults do, but adults, older adults. Everything I've seen from interviews on the street and
all my friends' grandparents, man, they all love
oh, really?
Yeah.
Everything I've seen is like, do you
I
watch
love
anime?
reading it.
No, I stopped watching that when I was a teenager or when I was a bit younger. And so I was thinking, it's being as like Japanese people, they're probably more productive, and so they see it as a time waste, maybe.
No, they love it. They like reading the manga more.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The manga is more of a thing.
But that's still a cartoon.
Yeah, I get that. Well, that's a comic.
Yeah, but it's still a graphic.
It's cartoon.
It's graphic. It's reading. I get it. Yeah, I'm not trying to like justify. I'm just trying to think of a way how you could explain it without sounding like a knob.
No, he's a nut.
Yeah.
No, he's a nut, and now he's got this pious stance that he's like the authority on everything. Like the fact that, in his opinion, the one thing that I started doing a step back from was when he said that gay marriage doesn't exist because it doesn't exist. I said, how do you figure on that? Oh, because without the concept of marriage being between a man and woman as is defined by his Bible, whatever, then it doesn't exist. It's like, Matt Walsh, concept of marriage goes well before anything that you may have read in your Bible that was defined now. It goes, it's through time before, even like Neanderthals had forms of marriage. Do you know what I mean? Like of union, civil unions.
Partners. Yeah.
Partners.
They knew who to come home to.
That concept has existed in societies outside the realm of Christianity. The Norse gods had marriage. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
if I was a caveman and
like,
my missus was like on a hunt and I was like, I'm going to relax today. I'm going to take the day off. And I was like,
but
itching.
like-
I'd go to the next door and be like, hey, Rob, what are you doing?
Look, man.
Let's have a jam.
Whatever your like, let's say, like, I'm not asking to dissect the whole thing of gay marriage, right? Like, whatever your personal stance is, your personal stance. But this is my point. You can't shoehorn in your religious morality and say that something simply doesn't exist because you don't see it's defined. I said this to a mate of mine years ago, right, when we were talking about it. The 12 gods, the Greek gods, right, of Olympus. Mm-hmm. This is what I said to my mate specifically. I go, cool. Who was Zeus? He goes, the king.
A bisexual king.
Yeah, right? I go, all right, so it was the king. Who was Hera? His wife.
A bisexual wife.
And I just went, and scene.
Yeah.
12 gods preceded Christianity. They had marriages.
Yeah, exactly.
The concept of marriage has existed well before. So Matt Walsh does not get to use Christianity as his form of, well, it doesn't exist because it just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude. If you don't morally believe in it or think it doesn't suit your opinion, your moral opinion, fine.
Yeah.
Take it home. I don't care. That's fine. But you can't shoehorn it in as a fact and lean on it. It's like, dude, you got to pick a different argument. Just say you don't like it for whatever moral, ethical reason. I don't care. That doesn't.
It's personal.
That doesn't. Yeah,
it's
say it's a personal belief.
Yeah.
But he's not the stance. He's not some sort of scholar.
Yeah.
What is he do? He's no better than us.
Yeah.
He did trash DJing when he was in his 20s, and eventually just started doing social commentary.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, he's not some sort of moral.
Oh no, of course not. Of course not.
Like, who are you, man? Who are you?
The thing that, so I was thinking about, and the only thing I could kind of think that maybe like a bit of a link, and to me that's even reaching a little bit, is anime is picking up a real big influence now in the Western.
Mm-hmm. Disney's bought out Bleach.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
No.
Disney bought Bleach. So other streaming platform can ever stream Bleach again.
So this new run, is that on the Disney Channel?
So they're gonna introduce all of the from episode 1 to now.
Okay.
So they've released the new movie on Disney Plus.
Oh, is it a movie?
Well,
I thought it was a TV show.
Bleach is a TV show, but
no, the newest one, this 1,000
year.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was a TV show. I'm looking everywhere for this show.
Crunchyroll had to remove all their content. Anime Lab had to remove all their content. But yeah, it's great. That's what I mean. Like they're catering to a Western.
So that's what I was saying. Yeah. So what I was thinking is the only thing I can kind of like trying to think outside the box was these are the leaps that I made to try and find a way for him to be saying that was basically anime is Japanese. Japanese anime is now making its way to the West. The West loves it. Who's a group that likes anime that he doesn't like?
Horny teenagers?
No. A lot of the simplest way to say it is purple-haired people.
Oh,
right.
They're tied into the culture of
They're tied to that culture, weebs, basically like that, you know? That type of culture. Who does that culture kind of mostly represent in America?
In that
extremely woke people.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could make those leaps to somehow.
I
To a
think-
degree, though.
To a
I
degree,
think-
because everybody watches anime.
No. I think
a lot of people watch it.
I think Matt Walsh ties it into the fact that he thinks anime is just hentai.
He could be thinking that.
Keep
Yeah.
in mind, he did change from saying anime to cartoons in general. He was talking.
His next thing was about cartoons.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I haven't watched it. Like I said,
I
I
have to
sent you the
find it?
message. No, I don't. Like I said, like I was saying in the message, I said like I saw it early in the week before you even sent that.
Yeah.
And I was, what's this? And I just like, yeah, all right, whatever. And I just kept going to see what else was next. I didn't even go into. I started the first 2 minutes. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, that's. It didn't even register on mine until you sent me the link with the Twitter. I think that Twitter link.
Yeah, but that's where I saw it. Because it
Yeah.
was just an offhanded thing.
I had completely forgotten about it because it was like that offhand.
Like, I had a giggle over when he started talking about it and he mentioned anime, and I was, because that's what the question was.
Yeah.
But then when he said, I don't think adults in general should be watching cartoons, and I was like, yeah, he's lost the plot. I can get that if you're talking about anime, it's another language you don't understand. There's a lot of, like, culture things that you won't get, you know, funny things that Japanese people find funny that we wouldn't.
Unless his kids are watching stuff that's extremely like.
Oh, he's watching Bible Black or something, or Euphoria.
Bible Black?
There is,
Just started to sweat.
I was thinking like unless they're watching stuff with maybe a lot of fan service, maybe.
yeah, sure, possibly, but
I don't know.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
to
there's
say
people
that
out
it's
there-
satanic
yeah.
makes no sense
All right,
whatsoever.
so strip clubs are satanic.
Yeah.
Prostitution's satanic.
Yeah, but Walsh is covered in tats. They're not allowed by his religion.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got tats.
I mean,
But that's my point.
people pick and choose what they want. That's
And
why
that's
people-
my problem.
either everything's fucking okay
No,
or
but
nothing's
that's,
okay.
That's my problem. When these idiots get on a pious podium and you start, it's like, I can pick it. Like I've said this before, I'm not religious, but I know a lot about religion because I respect the devout and the canons of these things.
Spirituality.
No, but I'm just saying, like, this history, man, like, it comes from somewhere. I like to read about it. I like to be informed.
Yeah.
Get what it is. But if I can pick this clown apart within 40 seconds and bring up hypocrisies, it's like, well, what are you doing, Matt Walsh? Anime and cartoons are satanic, but you can get tatted. I'm pretty sure you're wearing leather. You know what I mean? You're not meant to be wearing cotton. There's 100 different things that he's very religious.
People just pick it, man. Like, there's a band that I listen to and they released a new album. There was a song on it called, like, Gott is doth or something like that, which translated to God is dead. The guy in the
What's
album.
a band?
What is the band?
Yeah.
The Browning. Anyway,
Of course it
but
is.
in the album,
Do they play
right?
the brown note?
I wish.
Remember the brown note?
It's just everyone shits themselves.
It's so stupid.
It is a
man.
great episode.
The funniest thing is that while technically the brown note can exist in a sense, right? Like if you go to the tone that low, it may interfere with your bowels. The fact that they find it on like a recorder is so ludicrous.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
the Browning.
so the guy
I'm gonna look him up. Look at Browning.
They're one of my favorite bands, man. He's awesome.
I've never heard of
He's
him.
got a podcast and he's just a top dude. He so his albums, right? He always tells a story. He builds the lore to the entire album. It's very like either mythical or historical, whatever it is. He tells a story in each.
What the hell's electronic core?
Yeah, it's like
Eclectic blending of deathcore, metalcore, and EDM.
yeah, it's good.
I've never heard of
I
electronic
love it.
core.
I listen to him all the time.
Would I get off on it?
I'm not sure. It's like different
Different.
because it's heavy, but it's also like, you know, you could to it.
I don't know what you're listening to.
You can try it.
Now I definitely don't want
But
to
anyway, so in the story, right?
ever.
He's God is this mythical dragon
Wait,
that
so hang on.
oversees the
You're
universe.
saying that every album he does is a concept album.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He tells a story. He set the story up. Every single song sets it to that theme of that story.
Okay.
All his fans know that. That's what he is. That's what he does. He loves telling it. He loves putting his heart and soul into that shit. So his God in that song reference is to the mythical dragon. It's like a universal dragon, destroyer of worlds sort of style, right? That's the God. Okay. he explains it in his like open messages and stuff on Facebook, and he explains it through his stories and all that. Anyway, so someone in the comments jumps in and is like, I've listened to you from day one, love your shit, love how you've progressed, love the sounds, everything. I'm done with you. Done with this. I'm done telling people to listen to you. You know, you can't go around throwing God is dead around on me. That's my religious blah, blah, blah. And like the guy went into the comments, bothered going in there to defend it and be like, this is what I've posted many times.
God is a metaphor for the dragon in the universe.
Spot on. He wrote like this huge thing about it, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I'm a spiritual guy. I don't believe in any gods, but I appreciate the spirituality of things and other people's opinions. I'm not going to just say your God is dead. I'm talking about my stories, my experiences,
As a direct translation to the story we're telling.
He's being creative.
Yeah.
And he's telling his own story. People just see what they want to see and will just somehow take that as an attack and then completely disown anything around them that's revolving. It's just stupid, man. Like, I'm so over it. People's opinion is not valid. It's your opinion. Keep it to yourself. If you don't like something, don't listen to it. Don't watch it. Don't talk about it. I'm just so confused as to why it's such a big thing.
How are we back to this again?
Matt Walsh.
Yes.
No, but back to the whole woke or anti-woke.
Because that's all anyone talks about. It's everywhere.
That's just a pendulum swinging? And
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
Like an end of days thing? What are you talking about?
Methuselah the Great, when is this going to end?
Well,
No, seriously.
Look into your crystal coffee.
your Krispy Kreme.
in precisely 37 days.
Do the little swirl, flip it upside down on a napkin.
Huh?
Do a little swirl, flip it upside down on a napkin.
Hold on. Let's get
Wait
the mood
10,
right.
15 minutes and then read
Turn the
what
light
the cup
off.
says.
Turn the light off.
I don't want to get up, man.
The on button's in the top right. There you go. It's so hopeless.
Why isn't it changing?
Just leave it. Just leave it. It's fine.
Oh, he's setting the tone. All right, now
I'm trying to set the tone for end of world mood.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Why are we in the dark? I love it.
There we
Blue.
go. No. Hold on.
See, this is why I didn't want to get up, because now the mic's...
There you go. I should get more of these LEDs, so at least it gets lit up like normal.
Like a purple.
I think putting them
Can
on
you
white...
stop messing with the light?
Putting them on white would be normal. I think any
that
other
should
colour would not be normal.
Actually, no, we'll go more with the...
I'm thinking of purple.
That's what I said.
Mystic. But I think this one needs to change as well.
Seriously?
We'll go with the burnt sun look.
I had some notes. What were my notes?
Burnt sun?
I had notes this week.
Nah. It's dead.
What do you mean by burnt sun? Isn't the sun already...
Like a burnt, like dark. I don't know.
Oh, okay.